Yeah, good morning. So anyway, I guess, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I've had a chance to sleep on it. Everything going on. I guess the part I'm trying to wrap my head around, or just is baffling me, is when you go to small claims court to try to right a wrong, you do so because it's the cheapest way, supposedly, to right that wrong. Because you just got to pay the court fee, and then whatever subpoenas, and then you don't need a lawyer or anything like that. You just go in there and you present your case with your evidence, and then you find out then and there, did you win or lose? But apparently, when you win, that just means you win the opportunity to spend a lot more money because you don't really win. You have to now, prove your case again in the Court of Appeals, which requires a lawyer because, now you've got to represent your entire case. But, of course, here's the stickler. When you go to present your case again, even though you've just spent money on a lawyer and lost another day's pay at work and had to travel a long ways to get there, the judge apparently does not allow you to present any of the original evidence that helped you win the first time. So, yeah, I'm having a hard time wrestling with all of that. And to top it off, the little salt to the wound there, that my next door neighbor claiming elder abuse. Well, that lawyer costs money for that too, to fight that one off. But I guess, learned a lesson. No matter what, anybody screws me over in the future, I am not going to sue them at small claims court because it is not as cheap as they pretend to be. It ends up costing you more money than what you actually sued for. Really, by the time you get all the evidence, now you got to get a lawyer, take days off from work, and then you still end up, I guess, losing because not only did you invest all that money, but the judge somehow says you failed to present your case. Yep. Okay, I'm laughing. I'm a little upset still, obviously. But mainly, now it just kind of spiraled and turned into some other ugly monster when my neighbor decided to file that phony elder abuse charge. And now I got to fight that. So, yeah, not cheap. I guess what I'm trying to tell you folks here, if you've been watching this and seeing how this is all played out, small claims court it's just a myth if you win there, because you don't really win there. And it's not as cheap as it claims, because it really will end up costing you a lot more money than what you originally thought. So basically, I guess the bottom line here when it comes to the small claims court concept, it really is not worth your time. It is not worth your investment. It is not worth anything. It probably should just go away because it creates a lot more problems. It does not solve any of the problems. And if you're trying to right a wrong because your neighbor screwed you over, or somebody, screwed up the paint on your car, or anything to that effect, it will end up costing you so much more money than what you're actually suing for, and time invested and everything else, and the money you're going to lose by missing a day's pay at work, etc., that you're going to be frustrated afterwards. I'm telling you. Don't even bother. Just accept the fact somebody screwed you over and walk away from it. That's the best. And let karma take care of that person. Yeah, nothing says I hate my neighbor quite like Italian cypress. Yeah, I just discovered these. They're 6-foot poles. Actually, they're, I guess, for tomatoes. I think they'll make a good support for those trees while they're growing. Just in case I can't find a fence or a screen or I want to put something behind it for support, but I think that'll work in the meantime. Yeah, nothing says I hate my neighbor more than purchasing trees that will grow 50 feet. There. She just pulled up and shouted out to me that I need to remove my trash cans. Yeah, she's trying to bait me. She's hoping I'll somehow violate that restraining order. Not going to happen. Yeah, cussing me out. Yeah, the trash cans are definitely staying there. And she's pulling up, you know, screaming at me, move your effing trash cans. You know, I have a restraining order against me, and she's trying to bait me into somehow fighting with her or saying something. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to just close my mind, just smile. Like I said, unless they can throw me in jail for smiling at her, I don't know. But at this point in time, no, the trash cans are staying there because a lot of our disputes transpire right on my front lawn because, you know, when she does pull in, a lot of times she will go against the curb, rubber tires against it, hop the curb, and come back down just so she can park in front of her house. You know, running over my plants. Her grandson, when his friends are picking him up, and they just hang out and they trample all over the plants I got there just to go get him or go get back in the car. Her roommate, you know, when her friends come, they just sit out in front of the house and, you know, smoke or do whatever they're doing. That's probably illegal, whatever, but they're, you know, they're not doing it in front of where they live. And really, truly, the trash cans make a good barrier right now. It keeps them from being anywhere near this front lawn. And until this restraining order hearing, you know, is over with, the trash cans are staying there. That's all there is to it. No, I am not guilty of elder abuse. And when we get in that courtroom, I'm hoping the judge realizes that, you know, the only elder abuse happening is that elder is abusing not only the court system, but me. No, I am not guilty of elder abuse. I have not done anything she has described in that declaration. And really, truly, any altercations that have transpired pretty much came out of her mouth. Not mine. Here you can see this is where the grandson's friend is picking him up and he's cussing me out and I watch him trample all over my plants. Watch this. Telling me mind my own effing business. Screaming at me, flipping me off right there. See? It's crazy. You know, this is my front area. And I'm just supposed to allow them to tell me to, you know, ignore them. Again, that's the grandson's friend picking them up. Trampling all over the flowers I just planted, actually succulent plants, but you get. And here, this is the roommate's friend. You know, just putting trash all over my area that I just planted plants. Again, you know, I'm not going over to their property and causing any grief, but they seem to think that I'm supposed to just be okay with them causing me grief on a regular basis, and somehow they're the victim. See these two? They're like, can we park right there? I'm like, no, I don't think so. And they're all going over there, of course, but no, I'm not removing the trash cans. Well, she's definitely doing some much needed yard work. I mean, she's hosing down everything. So who knows, maybe her medications have kicked in, or maybe they gave her some different types of medications because, you know, she hasn't done any yard work or anything in over a decade, so. Or, like I said, maybe she got that notice from my lawyer telling her she's going to need her lawyer. I don't know. I just know that up until recently, after receiving that restraining order, she really, hasn't done any yard work. So maybe the yard work is cathartic for her. I don't know. I find it to be very therapeutic for me, when I'm pulling them weeds. I don't know what's happening. I just know that, it's getting closer to that court date. And maybe she's just trying to bait me into getting into a screaming match with her. Maybe she thinks if I see her out there, she'll have proof that I yell at her. But she's the one that yells at me, so. But yeah, I can see her on camera right now because that camera, is right along that fence. That up until, she took down my fence, I had no view of what was happening on that side of the fence. But after she took down my fence, I can see everything that's happening on that side of the fence, along with what's happening on this side.